together. And then you gotta paint them, go for a base coat, and then you're gonna wanna do some detailing, and then you have my version of Boba Fett as a Spanish conquistador / pirate, you know. So the idea is that the Empire is the Spanish Empire, and Boba Fett is a Dutch mercenary who works for the Empire. And then you take a photo, and you're good to go. No one's seen that. I guess that's the first time anyone's ever seen that except my wife. So different types of customizing. Have you guys done repaints before? We all started.
I started with repaint.
This was I was just trying to find images, and this was just some figures. I never posted these. No one saw them. I just did Hasbro figures in the Kinder paint job, and you can just see like what a paint job can do. And like, oh, that's fun. You've got that version of the figure, and then you can do some are sculpting, some are built. This is just polystyrene, which is a really easy to work with sheets of plastic. Those guys are almost 80% scratch built. This is more of a construction element. You know, you're building up like hard materials, you're not really sculpting. And then part swapping. Why don't you talk about part swapping?
Yeah, this is just part swapping, dribbling down parts on figures that, and then a little sculpt to fill in and make it look like the reference picture for the character.
And what you have on the left here is called, we call it a whip, or work in progress. And that kind of gives you an idea to compare, like, oh, that's what it looked like when you paint it. It really kind of comes together. I'm not going to talk about sculpting. So.
That's another long memorial I'm working on. It's just like, it's age, fix it, sculpt. And you know, I started with repaints a long time ago, back about 95. And it's sort of just, it's a hobby. And it's something that you just continue to work and work and work. And then you get to a certain point, and I'm still learning as we're going.
So, and then eventually, once you kind of have assembled your skill set of part swapping, painting, and sculpting, you can really start to put all those skills together to create a kind of whole new figure. And to give an idea what you kind of go into it, what you have here is the recipe, and I don't usually do recipes because I have people who are taking my recipes and then making them and selling them on eBay as mine. So I have to become a little more secretive, which kind of stinks. But I've got Lord of the Rings stuff, sculpting stuff, polystyrene, wired thread, polystyrene, things from other figures, you know, sculpting. And you put it all together and it creates this whole new figure. The fun thing for customers, you probably agree with this, is looking at other customizer stuff and then like trying to see like how do you do that? Yeah. Now, then what do you do if you got all these figures? What are you going to do with them? I display mine. You know, that's one of my display cabinets in my basement. Dioramas, I think, is a natural evolution. Both Ellie and I work on the diorama workshop. You got to come down and check that thing out. I've been doing that with Frank since C2. That's my cantina.
Yeah, I built this at C2 where I met Frank and Jamie. This was my fan build building, and this is kind of how I display my stuff. I have multiple shelves with different dioramas on them.
And this stuff is just, it's foam core. You can buy it at like
super easy to do.
And there's my Java's throne room, lights up, plays music. We're going to keep moving along here, get moving.
And here's the temple I'm building. It's still a work in progress. It's all sculpted.
Now, and of course, plugging the workshop, go check it out if you have a chance today. It's huge. There are also people who do photo novels. Photo novels are, you make almost like a comic book with your figures and then narrate it, and you put those on the internet. I'm not going to take a lot of our time with this because I'm going to move on. But one thing I did this when I was a kid with actual film cameras. Then I did it again with VHS when I was a kid. And then I made a movie with my toys. I watched this on YouTube, so I'm not going to do it yet. My daughter helped me with this. She was 5 at the time. Pretty special effects, okay? It's not working. I tried to emulate the style I did when I did my first one when I was a kid. And it is shot for shot. Pretty much. There you go. I mean, you get the idea. It's called Toy Wars. You can find it on YouTube.